a fantastic
It's a
car.
fine machine.
The only reason I was ready to get rid of it, I wanted 4 doors. Because you're in school and you have kids and friends riding with you.
That's strange because most people want to go from the 4-door to the sporty 2-door.
Well, listen, you're talking to a 3rd grader who wanted to be a mailman. Is it building up in the garage?
It's starting to build up. Yeah, I got some down in the basement. I got some up in the garage.
Why don't we do, we throw some on the main show here? You know? But you are...
It is Sunday, January 10th, 2021.
What does somebody got to do to get some of that? Like, if a listener out there, a fan...
Oh, like the...
What are the people...
Oh, they've been over there for months.
I know. What are the people
you looking for one? You looking to get into one of these shirts?
I couldn't be less interested. That's not fair. That's not true. Is it a Gildan?
Is it a Gildan?
I just like to make sure my quality is up to par before accepting free gifts.
Yeah. You don't want some garbage, non-Gildan branded shirt.
So did you, I'm glad it was referenced here at the top of the show. Did you want to thank me now? Or
for what exactly?
A little bit? I took a little look before coming over here this morning and saw that Hype Man Kyle was able to get your little wrenching shop over 1,000 followers.
Yeah, we had a good day a couple of days ago. Out of nowhere, I got like 15 or 20 follows.
And out of nowhere is kind of disrespectful to the work I put in here this past week.
Well,
to reference that nonsense you're doing out in the garage. And yeah, you're sitting at 1,008 followers today, Steve.
1,008.
As far as I'm concerned, that's
all you?
That's about 20-something more than it was last week. And again, if you'd like to give me a handwritten thank you, I'll accept that.
Well, I mean, my handwritten thank you was offered last week in the form of a shirt, which you declined.
Was it a Gildan?
It was something by Gildan. It was like...
be swimming in it, It's just too big. And it's,
is it?
Tough. And, yeah, typically I'm medium.
Medium? Yeah. I might see, I got a bunch of shirts over.
Yeah, you said that was the only Jeep one on the top, though.
Right, but I could easily print out and...
Can we make some knockoff, like Second Chance Cavalier? And instead of like the front grill of the Jeep, it's the front of my Cavalier with a bra on it. Because
someone get to work on that. I'm gonna go to Fiverr.
Yeah.
And
go to the same person. Say, can I give you half the money? And just change Jeeps to Cavaliers.
Right.
And the picture
not even the same font.
Yeah, and the picture to this.
A Cavalier with a leather bra on the front, covering up the rust.
Would that be the equivalent, though, of like what you're doing now with your Comanche?
Mm-hmm.
Now, and I'm sorry, I forget, Steve. This process started. Well, we started talking Comanche a long time ago,
many moons ago.
But did you have one when you were younger, or did you just like them? Okay,
no, never had one.
So it wouldn't be the same. Okay,
nope. No, I didn't have one when I was younger. I had pickup trucks when I was younger. But yeah, I never had a Comanche. I always liked them though because they were kind of oddballs. You didn't see a lot of them.
Right, because in my mind that would be the equivalent of me, itching to get a '99 Cavalier and wrench on it.
Look, man,
in the home garage and bring it back to its glory.
It is not too late.
Some like Slurpee stained fabric seats.
Right.
The 6-disc CD changer in the trunk.
Yeah, I mean, what could be more convenient?
Hey, you want to listen to you want to listen to Fastball?
Hold on, I got to take the exit here so I can change out my CD magazine. Oh no, was Fastball number 6 disc, or was that Chumbawamba? Oh man.
Well, let's try them both before we get back on the road.
Then you hit the button, and from the trunk, you hear that mechanical noise of like...
It was so stupid. Oh, all this stuff that I thought would get me to have a girl like me. Like, and they had to be looking at me in that Cavalier with those subwoofers just beating the crap out of my trunk, going, look at that dweeb.
Yeah.
Drive away. Like, you got your hands on the wheel, but it's the wrist over the wheel.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And you're leaning.
Yeah.
Because that's the way you drove as a teenager.
You got a bit of a lean going.
Yeah.
Your seat was reclined like 2 notches too many.
Yeah, and the whole time I'm thinking, how aren't all these women trying to have sex with me right now?
When you leave here today, I want you to get in your car.
Yeah.
Hit the recline lever or the button to recline it, and go back the equivalent of what like 2 clicks too far would be.
Yeah.
Kind of lean, because you'd lean on the center console too.
You'd have to have the arm on the console.
Arm on the console.
The hand over the wheel.
The left hand up on the wheel, kind of leaning in.
Lean into the
middle. So
middle.
of course you'd have to adjust your rear view mirror, which got it out of the range of the back window.
You get like a sliver of the back window, and the rest is either the roof or the seat.
Yeah. But when you leave here today in about an hour, I want you to do that just until like the end of the Zach.
Sure. Boy, I could bring that. Maybe I bring that back. You know?
I remember there was this guy that I worked with at Acme Markets with Jack. He worked under the tutelage of Jack. And he had this old, like, the Honda CRX, which was like the little Honda hatchback from the 80s. Super boxy looking.
Yep.
And he had this crazy loud, stereo system in it. And man, I was always so jealous of how cool he looked while he was driving, because he had his seat leaned back so far. But if you were looking at him from the side, if you were looking at a profile shot, a side profile of his car, you would basically see the top of his head through the back window, because it was a 2-door hatch. So you'd see just in the little triangle window that would be in the back, you'd see his head all the way back there, because that's how far he had his seat leaned back. And his system bumped so loud, and I was so jealous.
Of course you were, because in your mind, again, this guy's probably having all the sex.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there with your long hair yelling at Jack.
Yeah. Yeah.
Missing out on the good times.
Exactly.
And then
my priorities were way out of whack.
Yeah. And then, boy, maybe, do you want to text Annette? Because I'd be kind of curious, and maybe I'll text Katie, hey, in high school, did you think it was cool when those cars, like...
Oh, boy, because I know her thoughts on that now. She is very anti-bumping system now.
Steve, we're in our 30s.
Right,
That's obnoxious to everybody now.
For me, it's like, when I hear it, I'm just like, oh, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
But, like, she has a physical reaction.
Like,
if we're sitting at a light
and
a truck pulls up next to us and you just hear... She gets, like... You just look at her and you can tell that she's enraged.
Because I would be curious if in high school she thought those were cool. Or she looked, oh man, like I'd like to ride in that car type of thing. Because in hindsight, that sounds like the dumbest thing ever.
I just texted her. I said, when you were in high school, did you think that loud stereo systems in cars were cool?
Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out a way to put this on the poll.
And did that make the guy driving that car more attractive to you?
Were high school age girls more attracted to bumping car stereos
than middle-aged women?
No, I think like regular, like did it increase it? I guess would be the proper way. I'll figure out a way to put that on the poll. Because in hindsight, again, it seems like the dumbest thing ever that's what we were thinking.
Yeah, but that's what everybody thought.
Yeah, but it goes along with that same idiot kid mentality of when you're in like, whether it be 4th grade or 8th grade, and you decide like, hey, that girl's cute. I'm gonna go make fun of her. That'll make make her like me.
Or even going back even earlier when it was like you were on the playground. Oh, I like her. I'm going to chase her.
Yeah. Yeah, boy. I'm going to trip her into the swing set or something like...
That'll show her.
I know they're kids, but why are they so dumb?
Yeah. Yeah, they're just... Brains aren't formed
just
yet.
So dumb. a brief update before I think we go on hiatus for a few months with it until my first calendar alert comes up on my phone, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't kidding last week. We walked out of here. You followed me to the car. You took a picture of your house.
Yeah.
And next thing I know, you sent me a kind of outline or a grid of what you're thinking.
Yeah, I bet you weren't even home yet.
Yeah, if not, I was right there.
I was serious about that.
Yeah.
I took the picture, ran right inside, put it on my computer, opened it up, and yeah, like you said, I basically traced the outline, like the roof outline, the windows. I traced everywhere that I'm planning on putting lights, or this is just a tentative beta plan.
Yeah. And
you gave some feedback. You said you're going to have a little trouble in this area.
Yeah.
You might want to rethink that. So I've taken it all into consideration.
Yeah, it's all about the layout, and it's all about how you run the lights, because otherwise you're going to end up running 15 cords when you shouldn't have to. If you plan it out right, Steve, we're going to get you down with one long string.
Right.
One plug.
I don't want it to be like an octopus.
Right.
With tentacles coming out from every angle. I want to plug in one light. Because I've been looking them up, those strands of lights, you can plug in, like, some of them up to 45 strands.
Yep, it's 2020 now. We're not worried about the problems our parents had in the 80s and such, where if one bulb burned, the whole strand went out and could only plug 2 in at a time. And all those days are gone. So we are on our way to you becoming Christmas Steve.
Christmas guy, yeah.
And, I mean, I don't want to take a ton of credit, but it's kind of been my thing for a while. And I appreciate you finally coming to learn at the knee of me. So I'm reminded mostly because I just finished watching all of Cobra Kai.
Okay.
Which is fantastic.
I heard it. Yeah, I think that might be.
It's very enjoyable.
That's one that I keep seeing it pop up on the TV, and I'm like, all right, that's next. We're still working on S Creek.
Yeah. But it's hard for me now to not look at myself as maybe, you're Mr. Miyagi here.
So, in that scenario, I'm Daniel-san. You're teaching me
Miyagi-Do karate.
You're teaching me like stupid tasks that I'm not realizing are actually leading to me becoming a Christmas light master.
Yeah. I mean, I think we kick the official training off in earnest. Maybe today when we're done here, you swing on by, you take down my Christmas lights off my roof.
Oh, that's where this is leading.
After that, we can.
Do you need help getting them down? I know that you're
we're gonna do
your boo-boo hasn't fully healed yet, so happy to swing by.
We're gonna do the hillbilly method.
Like we talked about last week, where you just grab onto one end and run across the front lawn.
Precisely what I'm going to do when I leave here today, I think.
Okay.
Because I leave the clips up because I don't use a ton of clips, and that's why you were talking about clipping every bulb.
Every bulb.
And I don't do that. I usually I space probably 6 to 8 feet out, so there is some sag in the strand, but based on the weather.
I want you
want that straight line,
tight lines.
Absolutely,
tight lines.
I respect it. I don't have the time, or I shouldn't say that. Everybody can find the time. I hate when people say that. Oh, I just don't have the time for that.
Yes, you do.
I don't have the care.
You don't have the desire.
No. I like the way they look. I think it looks a little more homespun if there's a few things like that where it's like, oh hey, it's not a Christmas light display from a movie or whatever. Right. But
I need you, when you leave here today, I need you to look at formerly Joe's house.
Okay.
To see their lights. I need to know what they look like. The C9s.
Okay, you think they're the big bulb?
They're the big one. They're the big guys.
Think maybe we just walk up there, get a close look.
Yeah, we could.
I don't think you have any problem with that.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I mean, you're the Zach master.
It would be a compliment,
right?
If somebody was taking a close look at my lights, be like, "Hey, what kind of those? I like them."
Yeah.
But there is one house in the neighborhood that I actually want you to drive by to let me know what size bulbs there, because
it's not the hockey rink house, is it?
It's not the hockey rink house. Update on that, by the way. Sounds
miserable.
There's some scuttle in the neighborhood.
Oh no!
Another hockey rink is coming to town.
Speaking of Cobra Kai, we've now got warring ice rinks in the same neighborhood. Are they rivals? Are they neighborhood rivals? And when you say scuttle, is this just the text between you and that weirdo across the street?
Well, funny you should mention that because I believe I'm responsible for the second rink because it is going up across the street.
Oh, no. Oh, my God.
I had talked to...
Let this be a lesson. Just
never talk to anyone.
Leave everybody alone. Look what happens.
Like it was last week or the week before maybe, and I was talking to Justin. We were texting back and forth about all the crap that was going on at the Capitol. And so I had said, like, oh, man, it's a driveway beer kind of night. I'll be out there.
Yeah.
Had our fire pit sitting out there. We sat out there for a good hour and a half.
Yep. That's the white suburbia fire pit we're talking about, the one with the legs that you can bring anywhere you want.
Exactly.
You're a step away from the propane where you don't even put wood in it. And
it just has like fancy rocks.
Yep.
So I had told him, I said, oh, man, did you see the guy around the corner? He's building a hockey rink in his yard. I said, no. So we've walked past there a bunch of times. And then Annette sent me a text the other day. She said, he's got string lights around like this guy, he hammered posts into the ground and then strung rope lights all around the rink. It looks really cool.
You might need to grab a picture of this because I don't know the direction you're talking.
I could easily, Okay. When you, instead of turning right out of here, turn left, go down into the next block.
So I'll be the guy who then goes creepily slow in front of their house. Bzzz, rolls down the window and starts holding my phone out.
Yeah, while him and his kids are out ice skating or something.
Don't mind me, just taking a picture for my podcast.
We talk about you a lot.
Yeah.
See ya.
Boy, I shrink real dumb, huh? See ya.
So, I got a text from Justin across the street today, and it's a stack of 2x4s and 2x8s.
I hate this guy already.
And he said, next project up, ice rink. So he got that.
How old's his kids?
His kids are 11 and 7, I think.
Okay, so they'll be that age where they use it once for 20 minutes, complain that they're cold, and then go inside until April.
Maybe. It's a distinct possibility.
Well,
so of course, knowing me, what did I say to Justin when he sent me that picture?
You're in. You're gonna go. Let me know when you're doing it. Let me know. I'll come over to help. You need 2 hoses. I'll go buy a hose extension. We can run it from my house.
I'll buy 10 hoses.
What's the biggest hose I can buy? I'll run it from my house.
I'll run with pitchers of water.
Yeah. Need a shopsmith? Got one of those too.
So
he's starting on that.
He is. Yeah, he's starting on it. Well, he's a by trade. He's a surveyor. That's what he does as a
like a land surveyor for properties. Yep.
So he said,
good weather for it. Like in terms of we don't have like a 50 degree day coming up. So this, if he puts it together relatively soon, it'll freeze quick and he'll have, some life out of it.
Yeah. Because he said he brought home an optical level from work so he can figure out what the best part of his backyard is.
Yeah, because no matter what, you're going to have a little slant and a little, but wow.
But man, the guy around the corner, it looks so cool. It really, really looks cool. Mm-hmm. You're not buying it, huh?
Not at all. Not at all. If I walk by that, I'd be like, oh great, look at this obnoxious display in the front yard. Does the yard ice rink, quote, look cool? That'll be on the poll this week at Steve and Kyle on Twitter. Facebook getting back to us any day now. I just
love how mad you get at other people's joy.
And granted,
I mean, that is a true black heart. And I mean, no offense to your...
I'll take it to the AHA, the American Heart Association. Discrimination.
When they were in there working on it,
did
they scrape the coal off of the outside of it?
No, but I heard reports that after or while they were doing it, once they cracked it, I don't know if they did that.
I don't think they cracked your heart.
No, the sternum to get in there to be able to see it.
Yeah.
They couldn't explain it, but the Grinch started playing.
So they're in the operating room. You're a mean one.
And they're all looking around like, hey, where's this coming from? Nobody can explain it. Sewed me up. Told me that, hey, we couldn't make it 3 sizes bigger. 1, because it'd be unsafe.
Right, yeah.
And 2, it was non-salvageable, they said. So
okay.
To put a bow on the initial conversation, Steve, I mentioned, and again, anytime you want to thank me for that bump over 1,000 followers on Second Chance,
sure,
I'll be waiting. So just handwritten or voice or a text, any of them work.
Again, there's a T-shirt right there for you. You could take it at any time.
Swimming in it, wouldn't want to.
I don't know.
Be floating around. So, if I fall into a pool of water, I wouldn't be able.
What's
to
that shirt you got on right now?
I couldn't even see. It's all the way behind my neck. Could be medium.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah. Could be extra large. Either way, I wouldn't want to.
So it could be a medium or an extra large, but for a fact it's not.
Well, how different companies work, and then if you wash it in the wrong cycle once, next thing you know, sizes are all are all funky, and maybe this one got wrapped around the agitator and it was stretched out, so it's more of a medium that now fits me.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Shirt's just sitting right there.
But to put a bow on it, Steve, now that you're over 1,000, is the big giveaway back on for Second Chance Jeeps?
Which giveaway was that?
Well, you said you were going to do a giveaway at 1,000 followers if you got there by New Year's. Now, granted, you were 14 days off.
I still have to do one for...
you still got some tools?
I still have to do a giveaway for 900. I never did my 900 giveaway. So I got to do a 900 and 1,000, which means Mr. Josh Reed at our local post office. I'll be seeing you soon.
Yeah.
I'll be paying triple for the insurance to ensure that you guys don't just throw it in the river like you normally do with all the packages that we send out.
Well, that one box we got where we, listen, it's luck of the draw where it just happened to be that one was chosen for punt, kick, drop competition that day in the parking lot. It just happens that way,
Yep. What other business can you pay for guaranteed and then have them say, well, we know you paid for it, but we're not gonna get it there in time.
Well, feel no embarrassment, Steve, because now that you mentioning that you didn't do your 900 follower giveaway reminds me I never sent out winners their digital codes for the giveaway for jiu-jitsu.
Oh, jiu-jitsu. Was that the
Nicolas Cage leading a band of jiu-jitsu fighters against an alien race invading Earth? So those will be going out. I will do that. I'll do that today. You'll have that.
And shocked that we haven't just gotten hounded relentlessly from the winners.
And, well, I haven't picked winners. That's the problem.
Well, I mean, then hounded relentlessly from the people waiting to be picked as a winner.
But that also reminds me, and thank goodness, I have another one that I'll get to at the end of
another giveaway?
Another giveaway coming up. End of this podcast today.
What lame movie is it this time?
Again, it's a nice company giving us.
Well, yeah, but we send them the timestamp for when we do the legit tease.
But no, that's true. They won't unless Kat is a real listener of the whole podcast.
Converted Kat. Look, Kat, you know that the movies that you throw our way, they're not the best.
So listen, this is
it's not like it's not like she was a producer on the movie or she was one of the writers.
Yeah.
She gets it.
A little bit behind the curtain. Back in December, we got another company getting a hold of us to give away movies, and it was I don't know, it was something with De Niro in it, but it wasn't very good.
Okay, and
we were bogged down. We hadn't been recording.
Right, you were on the mend.
Yeah, so we still had one or two to get to from when we were supposed to be recording after my surgery. So we didn't get to this one. I sent him a message saying, "Hey, I'm sorry, didn't see the email. Keep us in mind because I like doing them. It's 30 seconds to a minute, whenever we want to in our podcast." And
you get to give away free stuff.
Yes, and that's honestly all I care about. And that I think people enjoy.
I love giving stuff away, even if it's garbage.
Yeah.
Which these movies generally are.
And so I got a follow-up from this guy last Friday, or this Thursday, Steve. And boy, did they offer the biggest turd of a movie I've ever heard. Like, the only name I can... So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's like 17 names on the top of this movie. And the only one I remember, or I can recognize, is Jeremy Meeks. And the only reason I remember him is because he was all over TMZ and social media. He was the mugshot model. Do you remember?
He was the hot model? With the teardrop?
The African-American guy with the bald head.
Yep.
Icy blue eyes. He's apparently in it. That's the only one I recognize.
What did he do?
I don't know. But he got out, and I think he started cheating on his wife because he's famous now. And
Wait, so he parlayed...
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Vivica A. Fox is in here as well.
Okay, so he parlayed a hot mugshot into a movie career?
Apparently, he is in this movie. I'm not going to mention the name. It shouldn't be that hard. I don't think he's got an IMDb list that's going to be pages.
Yeah, and I'm sure that the amount of times he starred alongside Vivica A. Fox, even more limited.
Yeah, but I don't know if I could give away 10 of these digital codes.
10? There's no chance we could give away 10 of them.
And
even good movies, we don't get that many people
and
interested.
I don't want to give away for this movie. I've never heard of the number 1 of this series, and this is a sequel.
Oh, good.
And
boy, you may as well just say the name of the movie.
Well, it's something called True to the Game 2.
I was going to say, you've given away the stars of the film.
As soon as I mentioned Jeremy Meeks, and if anybody cared enough to look at the IMDb, again, his feature film catalog is not that extensive. I'm sure they would have been able to narrow it down.
Is his thumbnail on his IMDb? It's got to be the mugshot, right?
Let me see. I haven't pulled up. Just staring at this movie poster with way too many people and way too many names, and then in the center is a car, and then behind it is 2 ATVs, and then on the other side of it is like 5 dirt bikes.
Oh, that sounds good.
Let me see. We're not doing a giveaway, though.
Everyone loves a good dirt bike movie.
You can pay the full rental fee if you'd like to watch True to the Game 2, because that's where I'm going to... We've talked about it. Sometimes you got to crawl through the slop to get to something you...
Yeah, and there's a lot of slop.
Well,
like, this is a real long field of slop.
Again, to pull back the curtain... What was the first one we gave away? Oh, King of Staten Island.
King of Staten Island.
That was a decent...
Yeah, that was a very
and
well-reviewed movie.
We did some... And I honestly think the giveaway for Jiu-Jitsu was tremendous, because that's going to end up being like a cult movie just because of Nick Cage, and he's fighting aliens, and that's the type of thing that gets wildly popular on the internet, and this one did. And we got a ton of interaction on social media for this giveaway that I have to now select the 5 names from. Let me find the old Jeremy Meeks picture. It is his mugshot. And why wouldn't it be? Because
it's gotta be.
See, has he done any other feature films? He's completed 2 others.
Good for him.
This is his second movie, though.
That's making lemonade out of lemons right there.
Yeah.
Good for him. All right, so stay tuned.
End of this episode, we'll get to the next giveaway we have for you from our friends at, I don't know what the company's called.
It doesn't matter. Because
it really doesn't.
Yeah, it's a marketing company.
Yeah, but again, if you haven't...
Yeah, it's like our friends at LG4 Marketing LLC.
Yeah, but no, I do... But, what I was talking about is you got to crawl through the slop. I enjoyed giving away for jiu-jitsu. This is one of those... It's closer to the muck.
Yeah,
it's not like a big movie, but there's people who don't care. There's people who are just like, hey, free movie, I'll watch it with my,
Sure.
Me and my wife, why watch the same movie we've seen 5 times?
It's a garbage movie night. Movie.
This was supposed to be building to. We were supposed to be having a giveaway for Tenet, which was the Christopher Nolan movie.
Oh yeah,
and
didn't happen, huh?
Still waiting.
Jeremy,
sent
is it M-E-E?
M-E-E-K-S. That was sent.
Let's look up his net worth and
November 3rd. I was supposed to be getting Tenet stuff, and that is still waiting.
Net worth of $5 million.
$5 million, you're telling me, for that?
Yeah.
For a few crappy movies.
And a model. He's a model too.
Man.
So,
he went to jail and got a career.
Yeah.
Like, that's the best case scenario there.
Like, is that the American dream or what?
Absolutely. Get locked up for whatever he did and get a $5 million career out of it. Wow, that's impressive.
Good for him. Good for him.
Did we want to get to, because we have
I see
a handful of items to open
I see
today.
that you brought something here, and
so I got something at the house. I just opened the end, and I saw I haven't opened it to look at what it is, but it's like looks like to be a mini poster or something like that way down there. But it was addressed to the podcast, but sent to my personal address, which is
troubling. It's got to be somebody it's got to be your friend, your friend up in the in the hinterlands. Do they have the post office up there?
Steve, I'll have to get to something with him, too, because he won't leave me alone.
Oh, boy.
And he's got an offer for us. He sent us a message. He's texted me about 5 times, and he didn't take the hint when I ignored him.
This ought to be...
We'll get to this here after we do.
Could this be related to...
that I don't know. I have no idea. Because I've had a few other people... I need to give a massive thank you to Jason Rubino. Why don't you hit the music before we start to get into this?
Hey folks, viewer mail time again. Oh, here's one from Sally, age 14. Dear Pig.
Still love it.
Flawless editing. I need to give a massive thank you to a friend of the show, Jason Rubino, who sent me the last 6-pack, probably in his county, of Yuengling Hershey's Porter.
Had one of them the other night, or maybe last week.
Yeah, it was with, didn't you say you had one with Justin with a Y?
Justin with a Y,
out there in the driveway. Sent me that 6-pack, was just beyond generous. Mm-hmm. And I put the call out. I am more than happy to pay. If you're in Yuengling country, you find some, I'll pay you for the beer and for shipping to send it to me so I don't have to drive.
Or just, look, perfect opportunity for the Steve Pony Express.
Oh, yes. So we'll hand off a 6-pack, and by the time it gets to me, it's a 3-pack. Because people are taking their cut on their hours-long drive to get their Steve Pony credits. Mm-hmm. And
Pony bucks.
And their Pony bucks to use for...
Look, you can. They're like Marlboro miles back in the day, where you can use them. Like, you'll be able to get a sweet leather coat.
Yeah, there's not much different between Sky Miles and Steve Pony Bucks.
No,
so you
pretty much follow the same template.
Yeah, and once you save for like 14 years, you can get one free pony delivery from the Steve Pony Express. There's just nothing to be. No comparison to the reward system at the Steve Pony Express.
All right, so what do we got here? This showed up again to your personal house.
Yeah, and it's from one of the Asian addresses, so it's all in. I'm assuming Chinese, a China Post. I believe it says it's from on the top there. But again, addressed to the Steve and Kyle podcast.
Oh yeah, this came from Yound Zone C, Fuzzhow Software.
Oh, good. So
and then it looks like they, instead of putting an address, they put like the latitude and longitude.
Oh, good. So, it looks like it's a sticker.
Yeah, because the description of content says wall stickers.
Yep, it is a sticker. So we have instructions for stickers in case you don't know how to use a sticker.
Okay.
And
boy, it looks like a high quality sticker.
Oh, look at that. Maybe it is from my friend Chris up in the UP, or maybe it's from, I know our friend Jesse Douglas lives up there as well. It is a Up Yours sticker. But it's the picture of the UP and then the word yours. Yeah, well,
and it's already half peeling off.
Oh yeah, it's coming off a little bit in the middle. That's okay. We'll save that. We're gonna put this. We're gonna put this in APS 4.0 somewhere.
Well,
put it on a wall right next to that canvas picture of the Mackinac Bridge.
Oh boy, it's disappointing that it didn't include the transfer tape.
You think it needs the transfer tape? Oh, maybe is this it? Is that what transfer tape is?
Sure is. That is the transfer tape.
Well, I got to tell you, that's the first time I've ever heard that term.
Yeah, so you stick that to the sticker, then peel it off, so that way the sticky side then go, or else you have to try and peel this off and then put it back together.
Well, Look Steve, at that. Steve, the plague continues though of our listeners simply refusing to put their names on items that they send us. So, whoever that was, please do. Let us know.
Well, you had to go all the way to China to get that, huh?
Well, I'm guessing that's that Etsy or an eBay or whatever, where it was,
I don't know. It's because Annette could make that in about a minute.
Yeah.
About 15 feet behind you.
Wow. Well, Well, thank you very much. That will be included in APS 4.0.
So this is something you brought. You brought a gift bag, which, if I'm not mistaken, looks shockingly similar to the gift bag that we gave you last week with a gift in it for Reed.
No.
I'm pretty sure it...
No, that's not possibly true, Steve.
Yeah, it actually still has the tag on it that says, "To Reed from Evelyn."
No, that's the... you know what happened? I think I addressed it wrong. It's obviously it says it's meant to say to Evelyn from
That's
Reed.
Annette's handwriting.
Oh, it's a gift.
That's right, folks. You know what? It's a gift.
I mean, boy, oh boy, you want to talk about a guy, spitting in the hand of a gift giver. I mean, right here.
Is that a saying?
Yeah.
You don't spit in the hand of the hand that gives.
Yeah, right? You don't kick the horse that's giving you a ride.
Actually, you do. You kind of kick it with your ankles, right?
I think you're supposed to. Isn't that why they have spurs on to, they jab those little metal things into the side to make them go? Isn't that what spurs are for? Otherwise, what are spurs for?
I mean, they sound cool when you walk into the saloon.
Right. They're in every Western when somebody menacing is about to walk in and they're jangling all the way.
And then they're followed with the sound.
We figured it out. I don't need to put anything on the pole regarding
our spurs.
spurs.
I think our spurs for kicking horses.
I mean, you know me. Any device meant for injuring horses, I am on board.
2 thumbs up.
I would be. I mean, this is totally honest. We drive by and every area has it, but if you start headed towards a highway out this way or whatever, and you start getting a little away from towns and residences.
Yeah, out into the sticks a bit.
There's always, big farm with horses, and boy, I'd be lying if I didn't point and laugh a little bit when I see those horses out there in the middle of January. Especially when they don't have coats on. I'm doing a little finger cross saying, hey, maybe they catch a stiff breeze and that's what does it. And they can't get up again.
Tip them over.
Because as you know, one toe stub of one of those things and they're
done.
Over to Elmer's. You think they have it's like a monthly delivery truck to every horse farm? Just sponsored by Elmer's?
Just a bunch of horses with bum legs.
They just back up, open the door, and they just start shoveling in bad leg horses.
It's just a dump truck.
Big wave out the door. Thanks, see you next month. Just terrible animals.
All right, so going back to this gift bag that looks shockingly similar.
No, and you're welcome in advance, Steve. While you open that, many thanks to you and Evelyn and Annette for picking out just a delightful book for read for the holiday season.
Yeah. We
have read it a handful of times already. I had my first privilege of reading it less than a week ago. The Mail Duck, M-A-I-L.
Yeah, it's a duck who delivers mail.
And I love ducks, and I love mail delivery people. And this book is a favorite in the house, and I mean that sincerely. It's got flaps that you lift, and my son at a little over 2 adores those books.
It makes it so much more interactive.
And just a real charming story about how the animal village really loves their male duck.
Well, I mean,
he delivers surprises to all the residents of all of his animal friends. The snake, there's an owl.
Look, he's not doing it. It's not like
these are directly from the male duck. So
no, they're not. They're from someone else.
So what do they do?
It is his job to deliver the. It's a book about a stupid duck who's doing his job.
These are surprises from the male duck himself on his own time. And what do they do at the end of this lovely story? They throw the male duck a surprise party because he was so nice to give them all of his surprises.
Look, do you get a surprise party every time you do work?
This was on his own time there, Ron.
No, it's not. No,
Male Duck is delivering different shaped packages to all of his friends.
He's an employee. He's an employee of the post office. He's doing the work he has been paid to do.
Feels like the duck did this on his own time, and thank you to the Male Duck. But that book is a favorite, so thank you guys. Sincerely, Reed loves it. We read it, and anytime we can read positive stories about our end of the driveway warriors, whether they be human or duck.
Human or aquatic.
It's a positive thing. So yeah, I'd gotten a little gift for Evelyn as well.
Then repackaged in the same packaging.
There's no evidence of that outside of the tag that was clearly misspelled, and it definitely was supposed to say to Evelyn from Reed.
Okay, we got. It looks like now. I'm assuming this is for Evelyn.
Yeah, not
Reed.
For you.
Okay, this is Aiden's Tree.
That's
the
right.
Story of a fir tree, a boy, And the Mackinac Ice Bridge.
Hey, how about that?
What is the...
huh?
Wait, there's an ice bridge?
Well, I think it's talking about how you can walk the ice in certain times of year.
Look at
But
this.
if I remember right, the first page there, Steve, is just a beautiful, lovely drawing of
sure is.
the Mackinac Bridge.
Oh, boy. Oh, geez.
Steve, I think it fell.
It fell all the way across the room.
Now, this is 10 5-star reviews here for Aiden's Tree.
Oh, it had 10 of them, huh?
Yeah. And
So the whole family reviewed it?
I want to let you know I could have gone hardcover, but I didn't. I went paperback because it was cheaper.
I appreciate that. It's very similar to...
That's a Christmas tree is brought into Aiden's home with
Well, look.
great pomp and ceremony. It lights the darkness of winter. Again, these are all things regarding the Mackinac Bridge. What happens to the tree after it leaves? Marker on the Mackinac Ice Bridge and
It gets burned.
more.
Gets-
Feeding this thing to goats. We're using it as a marker on the ice bridge. The ice constantly feeds the pine tree. I can't wait. Let me know what Evelyn thinks. I look forward to her review.
Can't wait to read it.
I did notice, very long for a children's book.
It's quite long.
Like, your kid is going to be asleep at, this is meant for, I would guess, like a 5-year-old. Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
a lot of words.
It's rather lengthy. But thank you very much. I'm sure Evelyn will hate it just as much as I hate that
Man,
bridge.
oh man, Evelyn already with a soft spot in her heart for the beauty that is the Mackinac Bridge.
Splendor. Okay, now moving on, we have a package that was delivered last week that we just did not have time to get to on the podcast. Our apologies for that to good friend of the podcast, Miss Nikki Constantine.
Yeah.
I want to thank Nikki once again. She sent a
Oh my gosh,
she sent a
yes.
couple of packages that we got last week, and there was some gifts in there for Annette and for Evelyn.
Yeah.
It was a blanket, which Evelyn, it's now become her, now I'm doing heavy air quotes here, yoga blanket, because Evelyn is now doing this thing where if she's crawling around on the floor and you say, Evelyn, do yoga, she gets into this yoga pose and puts one of her feet up in the air. Well, she rolls around on this blanket and does that constantly. Nikki also sent a bag with a goat on it. It was we refer to it as the goat tote.
The goat tote.
The goat tote, which is for Annette, which she is using for. It's crazy because I sent Nikki a text last night or a DM on Twitter, and I said, "Thank you so much for all of this. This was great." She's like, "Oh, I thought that Annette could use that for all of her crafting stuff."
Sure.
Which is exactly what she has been using it for. So thank you so much, Nikki. That was awesome. Now there was
Well, Steve, and I need to thank her as well. I received the very same package, it seems like last week. Mm-hmm. Fantastic blanket. Reed, we have been playing the it's a version of Peekaboo where we all have to hide under the blanket, and then I have to simply wrap him in the blanket.
Yeah.
And we've played with that. We've got
kids
the
are
goat.
so simple.
Oh,
They're
so
just
dumb.
the simplest kids
They're
and the
just
simplest
dumbest
humans.
things on the planet. Kids and horses. Ridiculous. But no, it's outstanding. The goat tote is there as well. We use that for groceries this very week, Steve.
That is a perfect grocery
it's
tote
the canvas,
size.
the canvas bag there. So thank you very much to Nikki. Now, Steve, this is a large box. So if you could maybe hit the music one more time.
Okay,
while
we're
I
going to
start
do this again.
While I start to unwrap this and pull it up here.
Hey folks, viewer mail time again. Oh, here's one from Sally, age 14. Dear Pig.
Hope the table holds.
Looks like a pretty aggressive tape job on there. Okay. Need a knife or anything?
Steve, I think I got it.
Okay.
This again, a very large package. I guess I should have. Oh, there's a note right there. Oh, it's on the outside of a card. Steve and Kyle, happy Cloak and Dagger Day to my favorite podcast pals. Here's some gifts that I thought you may like. Kyle, I didn't open the one that says fragile because cats. Oh boy. So I hope it's all there. The white bag contains a tote bag. Okay, so this references the other packages that we've received. Okay.
Gotcha.
The white bag contains a tote bag for Katie and a blanket for Reed. Annette and Evelyn received the same. Gifts for the pups as well.
Oh, boy.
There's a card.
That's good,
here.
because we totally forgot to get our pets anything for Christmas.
Oh, Steve. I think my I think dog gifts were the first gifts I bought this year.
No.
Look at that, a Christmas card. Couple of them, Steve, with the whole Constantine clan, it looks like. Winston and Thatcher the goats, middle names named after us, of course.
Which one is which?
I don't have a clue, Steve. Why would you ask me that?
Well, I need to know. I mean,
actually, I think I can get you that answer in seconds.
So it's Is it Winston,
it
Kyle,
is
and
Winston Kyle is the white goat.
Okay.
She sent me this picture of old handsome Winston
with a little cat head poking
with a cat head on the bottom, but Winston giving what looks to be almost like he's mocking you.
Yeah,
like with his teeth exposed. Yeah, exactly.
He's making the face.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, Steve. Well, this is ridiculous.
Well, let's see. What do we got up top?
Well, there's a full stocking that looks to be with a bunch of dog toys in there, Steve.
Oh boy.
Lola, Toby,
my Lord,
Watson, and Isley.
Oh, ropes. Oh,
love those, I'm sure.
It's a monkey on a rope.
Here is a oh my gosh.
It's a monkey.
Steve, I think we've got a reload here, Steve.
A reload
of the candy shelf.
Oh, are those the
Ferrero Rocher?
Oh, those things. Have you had one of them?
Hazelnut chocolate? No.
Open it up. No, open it up right now. Seriously.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, Steve, I apologize. This is to you. I didn't see the tag there.
Oh,
so
good.
Let me get out of your face.
Well, then give me those Ferrero Rochers back because you are not getting. Do you think it's Rocher? Rocher? Sounds fancier.
Sounds like weirdos who eat that say that. So yeah.
Here, no, I'm telling you, stop everything we're doing. You have to try one of these.
A Ferrero? Larry Ferrari Rocher.
All right.
Oh, good. Thank God they put the...
Okay. The best thing about these things is the sound that they make and the consistency. Okay. You ready?
Yeah. Oh. Look at that. A little ASMR for everybody. Let me get into mine here.
That's good, right?
Nice crackle coat.
Man, I like how we sound so much better without our masks on.
Mm-hmm. It is noticeably different.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that was a good one. Hey, those are good. Those are very good.
If my wife hadn't quit listening, that would have made her quit. She actually unsubscribed to our podcast because of the last time we ate.
I love it. Constantly we get those messages that I'm done. I'm not doing that anymore. And yet, it's one of my favorite things that we do to anger people.
I think that last chew
that was a good one.
That was amazing.
I almost feel like we should isolate that and use it as a drop.
That's like our transition.
Yeah. Hey, Steve, could you cleanse the palate?
All right, so we have...
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to drop that. Whatever it is.
Is that yours?
I don't know.
Here, we'll set it up there. Let's see. We have... Reese's Mystery Shapes.
Wow.
Reese's Peanut Butter Trees. Milk Chocolate with Almonds. Kit Kats. Snickers.
Well, this is way too much, Nikki. My goodness.
Nikki sent me car wax. Look at this.
What? That's going to go perfect on the Comanche.
Nikki, what are you doing?
This is far too kind,
Nikki.
This
is amazing. An entire box of truffles.
It's like...
turtles.
My goodness, I got... Oh, look at this. Some colored pencils. I've got a drawing board for, I'm guessing, Reed, of Spider-Man.
No, don't give that thing to him. It's all yours.
He wouldn't know anyway.
No. Nikki, this is amazing.
It's loaded with candy. I'm sorry, these colored pencils happened to fall out of the package, apparently, in transit. I'm sure it was packaging error and not anything to do with the United States Postal Service.
No, of course not. They're They're always quick to...
Thank you again for the
We got
delivery.
some dog treats here in the bottom.
Yeah, this is quite a gift package.
Nikki, this is too much.
My goodness.
I mean, look, thank you so much, because I'm going to enjoy eating like an animal for the next couple of weeks.
Oh,
what do you got there,
another
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man colorings. I'm going to color so much today. Peanut butter M&Ms.
Hey, there they are.
The king-size dark
There we
chocolate
go.
Kit Kat. Oh, we've got some word searches. God.
I think I see
Look at
what...
that. No, look at that. She got something for Evelyn. It just got put in the wrong bag.
Nope. This is a horse's advanced coloring book.
Evelyn's advanced, right?
Look at that. Oh, it's so much better than the bridge one.
Oh, that bridge one sucked, didn't it? Who got you that?
I thought that was for you.
Nah.
Or it was just black and white pictures. Like
It was grayscale.
Photographs.
Grayscale pictures. Got a box in mine as well.
Look at this. This horse says life is beautiful.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Be beautiful if you're dead.
It's a bit rude.
This is...
Oh, boy. What is that? Okay, it looks like a cookie tin wrapped in bubble wrap.
Oh, it's a... Oh, my gosh. So this is... What the Redbubble sells puzzles, Steve. This is a puzzle of goats.
You can order a Redbubble puzzle?
Yes, of Winston and Thatcher. I believe we sell. I believe you can get a puzzle of
we?
our beautiful logos.
Let me see that. Can I see that? I kind of want to end the podcast and just go through all of our toys.
Yeah, this is fantastic. My goodness.
A 500-piece puzzle. Ah, boy, that's going to be tough. Especially,
It's a lot of white there.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of just...
Maybe Nikki could have drawn on that for me. Give me a little clue. Just one.
Yeah, just write hey, dummy.
Just one diagonal line through it, or words. Well,
Nikki, this is amazing.
Hang on, I think there's... Where did this fall out of? Did this fall out of there?
What is that?
This is to me as well. Boy,
Okay.
I'm making out like a bandit here, Steve. Well, this is also taped just absurdly. Yeah, there's some Hershey's Kids. This is, we couldn't list everything in there, so. Sorry, that's very loud.
Well, it's all right.
Boy, we still haven't fixed the old problem of getting something to open packages down here.
There's some scissors back there on a next.
You think that's in the capital budget for 2021?
Hey, while you're busy.
Oh, good. I got packing peanuts in here, Steve.
Can I interest you? Who still makes packing peanuts?
Yeah, is the packing peanut industry still around? I'll put that on the poll as well. Because I feel like those need to go bye-bye if they haven't already. Oh, my God.
Oh, I see what that is.
This is going on the mantle. It is a...
That's your dream car.
It's the old die-cast car of the Plymouth Prowler in Plymouth Purple.
Oh, look at that.
Hang on, it's even got the display door, so I can...
Don't open it. It's been hermetically sealed.
No, but I think it's this door meant for display purposes, Steve. And...
That car. That stupid car.
Maybe not.
Oh, it looks like there's a piece bouncing around.
Yeah, listen, I may have snapped off a piece of the plastic case. Well, that is just gorgeous. Look at that. You tell me you wouldn't drive that thing around?
Sorry, I've moved on.
Oh, I apologize. Steve, look at that thing. You wouldn't drive that thing around town?
No. Nope.
Just think all the chicks you could pick up in the hot rod.
Yep. That's
Well,
what I'm looking to do.
One's the number. It's a two-seater.
Does the back have one of those rumble seats like the old-timey cars?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just got a big trunk. Look at that. That is simply gorgeous. Thank you so much to Nikki. This is far too generous. And boy, oh boy, do we have some treats for the podcast now.
Hey, look up there.
Oh, hey, Toby. Toby sees the treats, too. Maybe he heard you chewing.
Hey, buddy.
Outside, Toby just looking at us.
That's hilarious.
I went through one of the doors.
Hold on. I need to take a picture of them.
Oh, these gifts. These are, this is incredible. Just incredible. Boy, I love the holidays.
Me too.
The solstice.
Especially when the holidays blend over into January.
And when we get all the gifts.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
Pretty great. Thank you so much, Nikki. That was incredible.
Yeah, holy cow.
And a wonderful end to this edition of...
Hey, folks, viewer mail time again. Oh, here's one from Sally, age 14. Dear Pig.
Quick update on something we talked about earlier. I sent Annette a text saying,
yes.
When you were in high school, did you think that loud stereo systems in cars were cool? And did that make the guy driving that car more attractive to you?
Yeah.
What do you think her answer is?
Well, here's what I'm afraid of, because I feel like people aren't willing to take a true look at themselves. Because you and we're sitting here, we're saying, we thought those made us cool.
Yeah.
But in our 30s, we're now looking at that and saying, boy, how dumb was that idea that those made us look cool and would make women more attractive. So I'm hopeful she's aware enough to say, yeah, of course I was hot for the bump and boombox.
Johnny Football Hero.
Yeah, I mean, this was... what era was the John Cusack, Steve, where he had the boombox?
80s.
That was 80s. So this would be after that. But women of that era look at that and like, oh, that you can't get more romantic and attractive than that. So, but knowing Annette, I think Annette was probably even back then thinking that's silly.
She says, no, I plug my ears and give dirty looks to those people. Always have, always will. I said, even back then. And she said, maybe not so extreme back then, but I didn't think it was cool. I remember a guy who had that and reclined his seat, so he was practically laying down. He was a friend, but we always made fun of him, which is exactly what I described when I said how cool that guy was that I used to work with, who did that exact same thing. He reclined his seat so far that he was basically in the back seat.
Wow.
Shocking.
Yeah, because... Well, it shouldn't be shocking, because we're sitting here saying, yeah,
but
that was dumb, and I bet you in hindsight, girls also thought that was dumb.
Yeah, but he was, but I don't know, we were all kids.
Right.
We all had stupid opinions.
At Steve and Kyle for the polls, there's a few of them this week. We'll quickly update the ones from last week. How would you pronounce the Mallow Cup? Now, it's spelled M-A-L-L-O. Mm-hmm. Mallow, mellow, or mallow.
Yeah.
And a runaway. A runaway. A runaway for mallow.
Marshmallow.
I thought it would have been Ello.
Yeah.
Aloe was the runaway with 80% of the vote, Steve.
Yeah, because I think people get kind of lazy in it. Marshmallow.
Yeah. But is it pronounced... I know it's spelled marshmallow, but isn't it still pronounced marshmallow?
Look, man,
again, are we ever going to rid ourselves of the marshmallow controversy?
I swear, if, like I said last week, this better not turn into berry.
I did see, by the way, I wanted to mention on Instagram.
I know what you're
it was like Wednesday. You had posted, and it wasn't a genuine one. I think it was meant in jest by a listener. I think it's Brad Eltivo, and he said something about one of your Shopsmith posts, which is a tool, I think.
Yeah,
but you'd been posting it after.
By the way, you want to go down the hall afterwards, and we can check out the Shopsmith. Need any wood cut or holes drilled? Hey, Kyle.
So Brad wrote something along the lines of, "Hey, remember that Joe stunt? Blah blah blah." And my hope is that people who do that see that comment and realize what they've done in the past is so dumb. But yeah, runaway there for Mallow Cup at 80% of the
marshmallow.
Vote,
Marshmallow.
And the only other one last week is Annette, and these always go this way. Is Annette going to shun Steve's movie night? 66% of the audience said yes. It's going to be you and Evelyn out there on those hay bales.
She's not going to shun it
on the side of someone's house watching a movie.
Not going to shun it, but it is not nearly as excited about it as I am.
I'll say this. You're going to cut, and again, we don't get too personal and too graphic, but I think this is going to be that night you're going to come home riding high. You're going to walk in the door. You're going to be so happy about the way everything went. You're going to clean up, put Evelyn to bed. You're going to go lay down in bed. You might roll over to face Annette.
Well, see, I'll be laying there.
Yeah.
Hands behind your head. Hands behind my head, just looking up at the ceiling and thinking, you did it.
And you're going to think, the old nightcap, me and the old lady, and you're going to roll over to face her. She's going to wait for that moment to roll the other way.
Like we'll simultaneously roll.
Yeah, but your roll's going to be of something of a different nature, right?
Yeah.
Like you're going to, like with intent. Like with intent. Mm-hmm. And hers is also going to have intent to show you the side of her shoulder as she goes to sleep.
And like across the back of her shirt, it just says no.
Maybe she waits, and even though she doesn't use a lamp next to her side of the bed, she waits for that moment for you to roll over so she can then go turn the lamp off and say, night. Not good night.
No.
Nothing else, just night.
Later. Catch you in the morning. Loser.
The romance of marriage.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
by the way, it is Saturday, January 16th, 2021, the year of our Lord. It's the Steve and Kyle podcast.
oh, yeah, boy. No, I'm glad you did that as well because let me pull this up very quickly here for our next giveaway, Steve, before we hit the road this week. That's right. That's right, folks. It's time to cash those checks.
Hey, can you hand me a stack of hundreds?
I keep on rolling in. Would you accept a smoothie peanut butter cup butterscotch flavor?
We're gonna have to try that one after we're done recording.
Butterscotch.
I mean, who wants to eat while we're recording?
You'd have to be an unprofessional jerk.
Are we animals? I would love for somebody to just poke their head in here and take a picture of us real quick because we're just surrounded by piles of candy.
Yeah, we're scumbags. We're absolute scumbags, man. New today, Steve, on Digital and On Demand, Gary Durden, Andy Garcia, Serinda Swan, and Martin Donovan star in the
all of them in one?
In one. They got all of these people together for one feature film. Action-packed war thriller, Redemption Day, when the wife of decorated U.S. Marine Captain, that's played by Gary Durden. Now, Steve, you might remember Gary Durden from CSI.
Which one? Because there were like 9 different CSIs.
Right? He was the brooding African-American gentleman in the original series.
Yeah, I wasn't hugely into CSI.
Really?
I watched it a little bit, but yeah, it wasn't really on my radar.
That show was so popular. It's insane. How, like, when you look back at how many people watched that show, and what that did for the crime investigation field must be crazy. Well, in terms of ineptitude, I'm sure people started because they watch a TV show.
Right.
Oh, I can do that. But the wife of a decorated U.S. Marine captain, played by Durden, is kidnapped by a terrorist group in Morocco, forced back into action for a daring and deadly operation to save his wife. Buy or rent Redemption Day and watch it tonight. It's rated R, Steve. Means you know it's good.
Yeah.
From Paramount Pictures. Find our social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Make sure you've liked us there, or you're following us there. I'll have a post up. All you need to do is like and share that post regarding this, and you'll be entered to win one of 5 digital copies of Redemption Day. Those will be given away this week as well.
And that'll just be a message that we send to you with the code, your download code, so you can just download it.
It'll be a JPEG. It'll be a photograph of the instructions you need to download the digital version of this movie. And again, I love doing this. Just because I enjoy being able to give stuff away to people.
I love giving things away.
So, again, follow us there at Steve and Kyle on social media and like that post, and I'll give those away here before the end of the week. That's
Boom.
right, baby. Hang on, let me look around. Is there an envelope of bills around me? We'll see maybe they'll slip me that later.
Sure, yeah.
Typically hundreds.
I'll
take 20s.
We wrapping up here?
I think so, Steve. Yeah, I think an hour is the new benchmark. I like getting an hour.
I got to get across the street.
You've got a hammer.
I got to start building an ice rink.
You got a tool belt?
Oh, come on. Is
that
a legitimate question?
Are you going to go over there with your tool belt on? You think like hammer, tape measure, whatever else you might? I mean, goggles on.
I'll have my impact driver hanging from the belt hook.
Sure. Maybe you'll have.
Safety goggles. I'm assuming some screws. Yeah,
just a handful of screws in your pocket, different sizes, different heads on them. Ready to go. Okay, well, I can't wait to see this in the coming days and weeks across the street. Boy, you guys sure are cool.
So we're gonna head down the hall now. I'm gonna show you how the shopsmith works.
Oh no! I think that's my son calling. He's sick and needs to be picked up from school.
On a Saturday. Your 2-year-old son at school.
Well, that's all the time we got this week.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Steve and Kyle. Again, you just have to like and share the post.
Yep.
Possibly win a copy of that movie. The movie, once again, is called
Redemption Day, Steve. Starring
Redemption
Gary Durden,
Day.
Andy Garcia, Serinda Swan, and Martin Donovan.
Thank you to Nikki for sending this wonderful stockpile of
What
candies.
a package. What a package
amazing.
of cool stuff there. Thank you
Amazing.
so much. Nikki.
Highly unnecessary, Nikki. We tell you that every year. Every year you ignore us, and every year we're happy that you ignored us. Also, thanks to Mystery Person for sending that up your sticker. I'm assuming that's your buddy Chris, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Whoever it was, let us know, please, so we can properly thank you, because we have an epidemic on our hands of people forgetting to tell us who you are.
All right, we will talk to you next week. See ya.